Hi, Erlend Bakke here, founder of Mr. Outsource and author of the international best-selling book Never Work Again. Today I am crossing off another thing on my bucket list, which is renting a Zipcar. So Zipcar is a company where you get access to vehicles all over Europe and the US, and I just really love that service. I started using it a couple of months ago, and it's part of the sharing economy. I just love Zipcar. But the main bucket list today is actually going to Legoland. Now, when I was a little kid, I did something at Legoland, which I'm going to show you very soon. I'm actually not going to show you, but I'm going to go to Legoland. So let's take a look. So I made it here to Legoland, just outside Windsor in London, opened in '96. And they're celebrating 20 years this year, which basically means Legoland London has been around for 20 years. They used more than 6 million bricks in making this Legoland, so you can imagine how many bricks they used. And here's some of the creations right here. So Ole Kirk Christiansen was a real entrepreneur. He started his company Lego in 1932 with very little money, and he started off building wooden ducks, basically wooden ducks, and spectacular view here from the top. So in 1932 he was building wooden ducks, and he was doing well until his factory burnt down. Then his wife died and he had to take care of his kids by himself. So imagine that. You know, you lose your business and your wife dies and you have to build it up again. And as a true entrepreneur, he kept on going, because an important lesson in entrepreneurship is, like, every day you just move forward. It doesn't matter whether, you know, your factory burns down or you lose a contract. Every day is a day of progress, and you know that these things are going to happen. You know that these things will eventually happen. So we never give up. We always move forwards. So Ole Kirk Christiansen, he built up another factory, and this time he was building bricks out of wood, and he managed to build up the business again, was doing pretty well, and then somebody burned down the factory again, so he had to rebuild once more. The story continues in the next video. So this is really cool. Basically, also what Lego is quite famous for is the mini Legoland. Over there you have the London Eye, and so basically after Ole Kirk's factory burnt down in 1958, he invented the brick. So basically all the bricks that you see around here, if you have a brick from 1958, you can still use the exact same brick in building Lego today. So 1958 he started using plastic and invented the brick, and it's now used. There's like billions and billions of bricks made, and it's just amazing to see all this built together. And it's a real entrepreneurial thing, you know. Like, you give your kids some bricks and they start building stuff, being creative, and then one day they might turn into entrepreneurs and build their own companies because of the Lego that you gave them. So in we even got the doctor down there, even the doctor. So in 1968 he opened the first Legoland in Billund in Denmark. Little fun fact about Lego is it means play nice or lek godt, and in Latin it means to create stuff. So beautiful here, lots of landmarks, lots of fun, and there's actually a nuclear factory there. Not quite sure what this is, but I will figure it out. I think probably it's Newcastle. Great. There we have 10 Downing Street, of course, where the Prime Minister works from, and I live just behind the London Eye, which is cool to see in miniature. So Lego in Latin doesn't mean to create, it means to put together. So a very smart man coming up with that. a long time ago. What a brand name, and Lego is such a strong brand name. Think about, if you just ask anybody about Lego in the whole wide world, they'll know the brand. So as an entrepreneur, of course, always need a strong brand recognition, and Lego is one of those global brands that every single person knows about. And here we have the City of London. So there's a little fun fact. So basically when I was little, I can't remember how old I was, but I've been told that last time I went to Legoland, my parents kind of freaked out because they couldn't find me. But suddenly they saw this blonde kid in the middle of the water in Legoland. And guess who that was? Yes, that was me. Instead of just walking on the path here, I decided to break the rules and just walk in amongst all the different buildings and touch them and jump in the water and play in the water as a true rebel. So that must have given me just a bit of flair there, because you know, as an entrepreneur, you oftentimes have to break some rules to get what you want. Oftentimes I say rules are there to be broken, because we are only living in the paradigm that we've created in our own mind, and that, you know, society has just created a paradigm that we live in with made up rules, etc. So I'll leave you here at Legoland, crossing off another thing on my bucket list. So happy to be here. I love Lego, and I really recommend that you buy some Lego, build some Lego, have fun with Lego, go to Legoland. It's such an amazing tool and so much fun to have and play with it. I actually just bought some Lego and I look forward to building it. Erlend Bakke here, signing out from Legoland. Check out my best-selling book, Never Work Again, on Amazon. If you need help with outsourcing, go to mroutsource.com. Bye-bye.